Big up everyone. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another match reaction. Again, I'm relatively positive tonight. I've got nothing negative to really say. Liverpool 4, Galatasaray nil was the full-time result. The Reds have beaten Galatasaray. Correction, have destroyed Galatasaray at Anfield tonight to make it a 4-0 win, to win the game 4-1 on aggregate, and to advance to the Champions League quarter-finals with relative ease as well, might I add. So again, just here to give you guys my thoughts and my reaction to the game. And yeah, before we get into it, drop a like on the video, sub to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below as well, people. Liverpool fans, let me know how you felt about the game. And of course, do turn notifications on so you know whenever future content does drop as well. Having said all of that, let's waste no more time and get straight into the match reaction. So 4-0 against Galatasaray. Look, in the lead up to the game, a lot of us, myself included, were relatively nervous, to say the least. We were nervous because we're coming off the back of a poor performance against Spurs on Sunday, where they had a lot of injuries. They're in a bad position in the league, and we only scraped a point against them at home. And we were coming off the back of the first leg loss going into this second leg. So naturally, I thought it was going to be a hard game. I thought Galatasaray would come, they'd be compact, and it'd make it hard for us, and we'd struggle. I'm going to be honest, that was the total opposite of what we saw today. Before the game started, the Anfield crowd looked active. The crowd looked right up for it, and I'm glad to see that the crowd were up for it. They looked so joyful. Looks like it was loud, and the atmosphere was buzzing. Now, I was doing the watch long, of course, so I was unable, to play the sound. But it looked like Anfield was bouncing, as it usually is on a European night. And I said, the main thing in this game is going to be for me, if the atmosphere is there. If the fans can get behind the players, if they can create an atmosphere, the players should be able to feed off of that energy, that emotion, and take it into the game. And I think we did to an extent. I'll be honest, the boys were fantastic today. Today was a brilliant performance from Liverpool. Considering I expected more of Galatasaray, they were shocking. They came to Anfield. They were like lambs to the slaughter, pretty much. We were the dominant side. I'll be honest, from the off, we were pressing them. The press was there. I like the press today. The press against Tottenham was non-existent. Today, the press was where I want to see it, what I want to see. It was back to where it should be. Again, what they did in the first leg, they were doing again today, playing out from the back and again taking a lot of risks. And we caught them out a couple of times. We did catch them out a couple of times. They looked very intimidated. How we looked at Galatasaray a couple of months ago when we lost 1-0 in September was basically the reverse of today. They came to our ground and they were the ones who looked intimidated. And I said this, I said, yes, their ground's going to be hard to go to. Yes, their ground could be intimidating. But when they come to us, we can equally do the same thing to them. And I think that's what we did today. We made that hard. The fans were up for it, and we absolutely swarmed them for the 90 minutes. They looked uninterested. They just didn't look on it. They did not look on it, and they completely just rolled over for us. But our performance was good. It was very good. We needed to step up. The team needed to step up. This was the biggest game for me in the season so far. The biggest game of the managerial tenure so far. Definitely the biggest game for Slot this season. And you know what? The team stepped up when we needed them to step up, and we got the result, and we're through to the next round. And that's all that matters, I suppose. The first half, I felt we were in control, we were dominant. But again, the issue was for me, we just weren't being clinical again. I felt again it was a reverse from the fixture last week, where Liverpool are playing okay, we're playing well, but we're just not being clinical with our chances. Now, thankfully for us, Dominic Szoboszlai yet again stepped up. Yet again, Dominic Szoboszlai steps up. Corners taken, and Szoboszlai just strikes it clean. No deflection, no nothing. Slots into the goal, and it is 1-0 Liverpool. And from there, from the second Szoboszlai scored, it was just all us. It was all us. They had no sniff at all. I can't praise Dominic Szoboszlai enough for how good he's performed this season, for how reliable and consistent he's been for us this season. I genuinely can't. He's been so good. Again, when we needed something, when we needed a moment of magic, he steps up. That's just, like I said, it's showing leadership qualities. It is showing all the qualities of a leader. And he's done it numerous times this season. Sunday, again today. So big up Szoboszlai. I'm running out of words to describe how key and good he's been for us this year. From there, it was all us. We did have an opportunity to go 2-0 up before half time. Soberslide was brought down, and while I think it was soft, the ref did give the penalty, so a penalty was awarded. Mohamed Salah stepped up and he missed the penalty. Now, for me, while in hindsight it doesn't matter now because we won 4-0, but at the time I was absolutely livid because I thought that could be a key moment in the game. If we didn't win that game at the end, I would have looked back at that as a key moment. I thought the morale could have shifted. I thought the momentum could have shifted in their favour too. Luckily, it didn't. So while we missed the penalty, we still went out 4-0 winners. But at the time, I was livid. We had a perfect opportunity to go 2-0 up before half time, and we didn't take it. I'm going to be honest, Salah never should have taken that pen, in my opinion. You know, considering how poor he's been for us recently, considering how he's been struggling for confidence, and he's just been struggling in general, goal scoring wise. I don't know why he took that penalty. For me, Dominic Szoboszlai should have taken that penalty, and if he does take that penalty, I think we would have scored. And we're 2-0 up at half time. That penalty should have been given to Dominic Szoboszlai. Giving it to Salah, for me, I think a lot of us felt like it's not a good idea. And Mohamed Salah's record for penalties in general isn't too great. He doesn't have a great record. He does score, but he does miss a lot as well. So I'll be honest, I kind of felt like he was going to miss, and he did miss. I didn't want him to, of course. I wanted Mo to bag, but I'll be honest, it felt like that was just a bad idea, and it ended up being a bad idea because we missed a penalty. So we go in at halftime 1-0 up, having a good first half, playing well. They're not really doing anything. It's us, the team, in control. But again, just not being clinical, and I felt that was an issue. And of course, we missed an opportunity that I thought could end up coming back at the end of the game to cost us. Second half rolls around, we just switched it on. We flipped the switch at halftime. That second half, Liverpool flipped the switch as well. Just again, swarmed them. We absolutely swarmed them. They come out second half, and again, they sit in a low block. You need to go for it in the second half, guys. You know, it's 1-1. Both teams have got something to play for here. They decided to just sit back. And again, Liverpool being the home team, we put it on them. We looked like we wanted it more than them for the whole 90. And we did. We got the result that we deserved. Hugo Ekitike makes it 2-0. Again, Mohamed Salah kind of redeemed himself today. Got himself an assist for the Hugo Ekitike goal. Hugo Ekitike just slots it into an open net. And the narrative that Ekitike doesn't show up in big games, I wonder if that's still going to be around now, because he just showed up in a Champions League round of 16 game when we needed him to put us 2-0 up. I had a feeling Hugo was going to bag today. Not been on a good run of form recently, but I had a feeling he was going to get a goal. And Salah gets himself an assist as well. And Liverpool are 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up and we're 2-1 up on aggregate. However, it's still nervous moments because it's only a 1-goal lead and we know that can easily flip. However, literally 2 minutes after that, Ryan Gravenberch makes it 3-0. So we go from being 1-1 on aggregate to then within a couple of minutes being 3-1 up and 3-0 in the game. Salah should have scored the goal. It was scored from the shot he took, saved by the keeper. We bounce off the keeper, and then Gravenberch just slots it in. Keeper couldn't move. He was just mesmerised, stuck to the spot, and we make it 3-0. And that was game, set, and match. We did make it 4-0 after that again. We did end up making it 4-0, but it was ruled out for offside on Frimpong, which, when you look back at it, is the correct decision because I think Jeremy Frimpong was slightly offside in his run. But we turned it on in that second half. We turned it on. Like I said, when the team need to step up this season in certain key moments, we have stepped up. And today was a game we needed to step up and we needed to put in a performance and win and go through, and we did. Salah then makes it 4-0, rounds off the night with a very lovely goal, a curler, slots into the corner. Redeemed himself today, Mohamed Salah, to be fair. While he missed a penalty, which we were all upset about, he got himself an assist for Hugo's goal and he gets a goal himself. So, again, like I said, Mohamed Salah, to an extent now, I just want him to score goals for us. I don't care how he performs on the pitch. I really don't. I really could care less whether he goes to game. As long as he's popping up with goals, that's what that matters to me, in my opinion. And he bagged today, so he redeemed himself and he got an assist, so we'll take it. From there, it was just all Liverpool. We did make it 5-0 towards the end of the game as well. McAllister, but he's ruled out because there was a lot of collision. I'll be honest, the Galatasaray were time wasting a lot in the game. A lot of their players were going down, spending a lot of time at the ground getting treatment. Don't know what that was all about. I got to shout out our defence because in the preview I said Victor Osimhen could have a field day if our centre backs aren't on it. And Osimhen, I think he was subbed off during the game, but when he was on, he didn't have a sniff. Virgil and Ibu had him on lockdown. A couple of other players that I thought we needed to look out for were quiet, absolutely quiet. Liverpool kept them locked down. So it was a good performance, a very good performance, a big performance, and a big result too. I would not have expected a 4-0 win today. I would have called you crazy if you said we were going to win a 4-0. But here we are with a 4-0 victory, which we will absolutely take going into the next round. So happy days. Happy with the performance, happy with the result, happy that we drew. And in a week where English football's had a bad reputation, yesterday you saw Chelsea got absolutely slapped. 8-2 was it on aggregate? You saw City got slapped 5-1 on aggregate against Madrid. Tonight you saw Newcastle get absolutely hammered 7-2 by Barcelona, 8-3 on aggregate. You saw Tottenham, who won their game today, 3-2, but ultimately went out on aggregate. So at least Spurs put in a bit of a shift and put in a bit of fight and can be a bit proud. The only English clubs that did the nation proud this week were Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal, of course, won 2-0 yesterday, advanced. We, of course, get a huge win in Europe, 4-0, and we advance. So there's only 2 English clubs going to the quarterfinals of the UCL this year, and that is Liverpool Football Club and Arsenal Football Club. We're the only 2 nations, well, we're the only 2 clubs, that did the nation proud this week. Everyone else, Chelsea hang your head in shame, City hang your head in shame, and Tottenham, while you put in a good fight in the second leg, ultimately still hold your head in shame. Newcastle as well, oh my God, hold your head in shame. So yeah, we're the only team, and along with Arsenal, that are going to the quarterfinals. I was a bit worried that we could follow the other teams, but we didn't, thankfully. So happy days, man. Happy days. We're through to the round of 16 and we will take it. Round of 16. I mean, we are through to the quarterfinals. Sorry. My apologies. Don't know what I was on about there. But yeah, people. Our opponent in the quarterfinals, Paris Saint-Germain. A rematch from last year's round of 16, where we did go out this time last year as well to them. After losing a penalty shootout. So we rematched them again. Honestly, look, you never know in the Champions League. Never say never with Liverpool. You know, we've done better things. We've beaten better sides in the UCL. But I feel that could be a step too far for us. That could be where our journey comes to an end. If we're on it, of course we can beat them because they've been struggling themselves this year in their league. However, I feel Paris Saint-Germain, having done what they've done to Chelsea in the round of 16, they're feeling their groove. I think they're feeling themselves again, getting into their mojo, getting their mojo back from last year. And I feel this could be where our journey comes to an end. However, never say never, of course. You never know in the second leg. In the second leg, in that quarterfinal tie. You just never know. So we'll see. We'll see where we go. And again, a nice win, a nice momentum builder going into our big game at 12:30 on Saturday against Brighton away, which of course is another must win for a top 5 race. So we're through to the quarterfinals. That's all that matters to me. We didn't lose. Got a big win, a good performance as well, and we'll take it. We shall absolutely take that, guys. But yeah, people, that is it for my match reaction. I'll be back tomorrow, going live, talking a bit more about today's game, and of course across the week we will build up to the Brighton game on Saturday afternoon. So yeah, people, if you have enjoyed, drop a like on the vid, sub to the channel, turn notifications on. Liverpool fans, let me know down below in the comments how you guys feel about the game. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. We're through, people. Big win, big performance. Can't complain. 4-0 on the night at Anfield. 4-1 on aggregate. We're due to the quarterfinals. We'll see where it goes, man. As for tonight, no complaints. Job done. Up the Reds. Let's go, man. Let's go. I'll speak to you all soon. Peace for now. Bye.